If you're a graphic designer, this video is going to really help you. I'm going to try to cover 10 graphic design hacks in 10 minutes. So let's start. At first, we have trim view. I'm pretty sure many of your files must look like this. And I know how annoying and frustrating having such a messy file is, especially when you're showing it to a client or when we are working on it. I have a simple hack for this. So instead of going to every single element and trying to delete it and make your entire workspace clean, there is a simpler hack. Just go on view and click on trim view. This will eliminate everything outside your artboard. Basically, whatever is not there in your artboard will be hidden. Don't worry, it's not deleted, it is just temporarily hidden. And to get it back, see, look how clean this looks, how welcoming this looks while working on your workspace. To get this back, just go on view again and deselect the trim view and everything is back to normal. By the way, I think when this video is out, I have already launched this. So if you're watching this, go check out my merch. And if you like it, please do buy it. Next, we have kerning. For those who don't know what kerning is, it is basically a process of adjusting the spacing between characters in a proportional font, usually to achieve a visually pleasing result. So we have this text right here, and obviously to kern every single letter altogether, we use this tool right here to increase it, to decrease it. But what if you want to individually kern each letter? For that, double click on the text, make sure that blinking cursor is on, and let's say you want to increase the space between the E and the M. Just press Option or Alt and click on your arrow keys, either left arrow key or right arrow key, however you want it to adjust. This really helps. Let's say I think visually the space between the T and the E is a lot, so I won't go and use that tool. I will manually kern it by selecting the space between the T and E and pressing Alt or Option and pushing it a little inside and further making it optically balanced. Now that's how you kern your letters. Now, when working with multiple shapes and objects, sometimes you want to see what goes behind the scene, how the lines are placed, how the lines are aligning with each other, and you want to have a wireframe look of it. That's where you press Ctrl or Command plus Y. Let me show you. So for example, I have this super complicated shape right here and I want to see how the lines are aligning to each other and what is intersecting what. Since everything is in same color, I can't really make out. So what I'll do is I will select the artwork. I'll simply press Ctrl or Command Y, and the entire Illustrator of this specific file will turn into a wireframe mode. You can zoom in and check how the lines are intersecting, whether something is touching a line or not. This also especially helps when you're coloring or when you're using the shape builder tool. And after you're done maybe making a few tweaks or adjustments, you go back and you again repeat it by pressing Ctrl or Command plus Y. And this is super useful and super handy when you're working with a lot of complicated shapes, when you're using the shape builder tool, or when you're coloring your artwork. At fourth, we have a hack for colors. I know sometimes how annoying it can be to find the perfect complementary color, and sometimes you waste hours and hours to find the right color. Well, this hack is going to save you a lot of time. So let's say I have this green color right here in the background and I want to have a complementary color of it and apply it to the word color, which is a text right here, to sort of make it stand out and to make it visually appealing. So what I'll do is I will quickly make a swatch, make a duplicate of the green color exactly. Again, make a duplicate. And for this one, I'll open the color picker panel by double clicking on this swatch right here. And here, focus on the U. If the U is below 180, you add 180 to it. And if it's above 180, you subtract 180 to it. So for this one, we will add 180. And once we add 180, it will be 281. It'll be 281, and you added 281. It got a nice purple color, and this is our complementary color to the green. And you can do this for a number of different colors, and it's a simple quick hack to quickly find a complementary color for your color scheme. Next, I'm going to show you how to quickly create a golden ratio rectangle. Press M or go to the rectangle tool right here and create a square, and make sure you see this diagonal line which shows it's a square. Just remove the stroke, we don't need that. Now duplicate it and push it down, and duplicate it once more, push it to the right and expand it to the top. Now select it, and on the right you will see the Pathfinder window. Just go on the Pathfinder window and unite your artwork. There you go. Here you have your golden rectangle, which you can further use to check proportions, for alignment and other purposes. For the sixth design hack is something which I recently started using, and oh god, where has this been my entire life? If you are like me who uses Illustrator a lot, then this hack is gonna save your life. So normally, let's say to bring this text in front of the object, you right click, go to arrange, and then you click bring to front. But this shortcut is going to ease out this entire process and add more options to it. So now what you do is basically you click on the object which you want to move either forward or backward. Then you simply press Command or Control Shift and either the two brackets depending where you want to move it. And there are three layers. There's a black rectangle, there's a green one, and there's this text layer. Let's say if I want to move it in between those two layers, so I won't press Shift, I'll just press Control or Command and click on the brackets, left or right, to move it front or backward. That simple. Now, if you ever wanted to customize typography, add some fun, quirky elements and add more human touch to it, this is how you should do it. For this, I'm using my own logo, and if you're using any sort of type, let's say you type out your word and you want to customize those exact letters, then make sure you click on object and expand your font before you start using it, and also make sure you ungroup it because you want each and every letter individually selected before you start doing it. So here I will just click on my logo and ungroup it. So now I have each individual letter selected separately. So now what we'll do is we'll select the letter D, let's say, and I want to customize this. I want to add a very quirky touch to it. So I'll either press N or I'll go right here and select the pencil tool, and here I can experiment with shapes, with lines, adding all the quirkiness I want. Basically, I am just pressing the left click button on my mouse and dragging it all over. Now this is like a splash effect I created inside the D, and if I just do this, becomes an omelette. So you can do this with any letter you want. Just select it and just press N and just go crazy with your imagination. I know this looks very bad, but I'm just trying to explain on all the possibilities. And a bonus tip, let's say you're using the pencil tool and are stuck with something like this, which is very sharp and very edgy, and you want to sort of smoothen it out. What you'll do is you'll select that very object. There is a tool below the pencil tool called the smooth tool. You'll select that, and no need to press any keys. Simply with your left click mouse button, just drag over it, make the line smoother, just drag continuously over it till you get what you desire. And see, while dragging over it, you look at how the nodes are reducing. The lesser the nodes, the smoother the lines become. So yeah, these two tools come really in handy when I'm customizing typography on my Illustrator file, because doing it on iPad or pencil is very easy. You just have your Procreate and Apple Pencil, but doing it right here, it's a little difficult because you have a mouse to work with. So this just solves the problem. And yeah, it's very fun to use. I would recommend everyone to use this today itself. I hope you are still under 10 minutes mark. On to the next one. Now, if you have a lot of artboards and you want to export them quickly in the highest quality possible, this is how you do it. So just press Ctrl or Command Alt and E. Here you will see a tab called Export for Screens. You select the ones you don't want to, and you go to scale, you click on resolution 720 ppi and click on JPEG 100, and then you export the artboard to whichever location you want to. That easy. We are on our second last hack, and this one is slightly different. Let's say you're supposed to create a layout or a composition in Illustrator itself, and to make it visually balanced, start using grids. To get a grid, simply go to the toolbar and right click, and you will access the rectangular grid tool right here. Now go to the top left of your artboard, select it and left click and drag till the end. But wait, don't leave your mouse. Now you can further customize it and change the rows and columns with the arrow keys. Let's say I want to add more rows, more columns, and I can simply do that. And now once you are satisfied with the number of rows and columns you have, you just leave your cursor And you're not finished there yet. You won't leave the grid right here, because as soon as I click outside, the grid is invisible. It's actually right here. So select it and press Command or Control plus 5. Now the grid is in place and you can see it no matter what you do. So now you will select your composition. You will sort of create, this is where the heading will go. This is where the images will come. This is how I create my composition, because I want everything to be visually balanced, to be aligned perfectly, so that there is nothing I need to change later. So this is how I use grids to sort of maintain my composition, my layout, the alignments, and this makes it really easier. So this is how you use grids. Start using grids. It's going to really help you. The last and final one is a must for any UI UX designer. Let's say I'm on a random website with a lot of icons and I want to use those exact icons for my design project. You can get that exact icon as an SVG file in your device. Download this free Chrome extension called SVG Export, and you will have it somewhere right here in all your free extensions. Now let's say I open YouTube and I want this search icon, this microphone icon, these 3 dots, and this hamburger menu. So I'll just simply click on SVG Export. It will open a new tab and export all those icons right here, even the logo as well, right here. And when I select all, I can download and export it either in JPEG, PNG or SVG. And you can also export all these as a Figma file. So you're welcome. Well, there you go, folks. Those were 10 design hacks under 10 minutes. And this video was inspired by my fellow designer, Will Patterson. Do check him out if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one.